welcome to Yogalates. My name is Ellie and I'll be leading you through the 60-minute workout today. We're going to start off with a bit of a warm-up and then go into some Pilates, and then we're going to finish up with a little bit of stretching at the end. All you need is a mat, or if you don't have a mat, grab a towel or a blanket just for extra cushion on your knees and your wrist, and we're going to get started. So we're going to start in tabletop position. We're going into cat and cow. So inhaling to cow and exhaling, rounding the spine, pulling navel to the chest. And inhaling, dropping the spine, looking up towards the ceiling, and exhale. And inhale. Flat back. We're going to go into child's pose, so spreading your knees apart, pushing those hips back, and stretching your arms forward. Taking a few deep breaths here, trying to get your body as close as you can to the mat. Stretch through the right side body. And bring them to center. And then to the right side of the mat for a stretch on the left side body. Coming back to center. Breaths here, allowing your body to sink into the mat. Taking our last breath and coming back up onto all fours. We're going to go into a few bird dog warm-ups. So we're starting by raising your left arm to the ceiling, your pinky facing down, and lifting and extending your right leg, flexing that foot. Then bending them in, touching your knee to your elbow, and extending. Using your core for stability, just warming up our body. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down and switching sides, extending that right arm forward, extending the left leg, and bringing the elbow to meet the knee. We have 4 more. Really extending through those limbs. Finishing our last one and coming down to the mat. We're tucking our toes and we're pushing into down dog. Extending through those hips. You can walk it out a little bit. Feel that stretch through the backs of our legs. Stretching it out here. And cementing those feet down for a few deep breaths in downward facing dog. You can shake your head yes, no, whatever feels good for you. the feet to the top of the mat into a forward fold, letting your body just hang there in a ragdoll position. You can sway side to side, whatever feels good for you. Feeling the nice stretch through our hamstrings. You can bend your knees if you want. And extending the arms. We're going to raise one vertebrae at a time. Slowly coming up to standing. And your neck last. Bring your arms overhead. Come up with a little bit of a back bend. Bring your hands to heart center and folding it forward again. Stretching out here. Bending your knees, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your arms up, stretching back. You can stretch to the sides, opening up our chest. Bring your arms down, palms facing forward, and bring those arms up. A little back bend. Back down. One more time, up, bending backwards, and folding it all the way over. Placing our hands on the mat, stepping your left leg backwards, going into a right lunge. Your knee should be in line with your ankle, and coming up here, deepening that lunge. Putting the left arm down by the foot and extending the right arm towards the ceiling. Trying to get our shoulders parallel with each other. Two more big breaths here. Dropping that right arm, extending your right leg back into a plank position, coming down slowly through a push-up, going into up dog as you inhale, and as you exhale, pushing into downward facing dog. From here, we're just gonna walk our feet forward to half fold, coming up, bring your hands above, and folding forward. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, fold it forward. Planting those arms your hands on the ground, stepping the right leg back this time into a left lunge. Again, making sure your knee is in line with your ankle, coming up and bending into that lunge. Putting your right arm down, taking your left arm and extending it to the ceiling. You have two more deep breaths. Dropping that down, extending your left leg back into plank, coming down slowly, bending at your elbows, inhaling to upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Dropping your knees and coming back into child's pose. Hopefully our bodies are all nice and warm. We're coming around onto putting our feet in front of us. We're going to practice our C-shaped spine. So you're just going to put your hands behind your thighs and you're just going to sit, rounding your back, extending those arms, and then coming up to a straight back as you exhale. So inhaling, rounding that spine, creating the space between our vertebrae, and exhale, straightening your back. Inhale and exhale. Feeling a nice stretch in our back as we lower it. Feeling a nice posture as we straighten it. Last one. Rounding through that back. And this time, instead of going to straight back, we're just going to come all the way down onto the floor. Bringing your heels to touch your fingertips. We're going to start just by breathing, putting your hands on your rib cage and feel as your rib cage expands and contracts with each breath. So as you inhale, you should feel those ribs opening, your stomach expanding, and as you exhale, feel those ribs wrapping together, your navel pulled to reach your spine, and those abs engaged. So the inhale, feeling your ribs expand, and exhaling, feeling them wrap and zip together. Inhaling and exhaling. On your last exhale, feeling those ribs pulled in, this navel drawn to the spine, your abs nice and engaged, and making sure there's no space between your back and the mat. We're going into crunches, so putting your hands behind your head, lifting up, getting the shoulders off the mat, and back down. We have 4 more. Really using your core to lift you. Try not to pull on your neck. We have 3, 2, 1. And on this one, you're going to keep your left arm behind your head, straighten your right arm, and do little pulses. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bringing it back behind your neck and extending your left arm. Going into our pulses. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping our coming back down. Arms overhead, just stretching out. Bring your arms by your side. We're going to raise one leg at a time into tabletop position, keeping your knees above your hips and your shins parallel with the floor. We're just going to start by tapping the right leg down, bringing it up, and then the left leg down, and bringing it up, alternating sides. trying to draw that navel into the spine, minimizing any space between your lower back and the floor. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping them in tabletop position, raising your arms towards the ceiling. We're going to extend our right leg and bring our left leg towards our ear and back to center. Dropping the left leg, right arm, and back to center. Making sure we're breathing through it. We have 8 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping your legs up, lifting our shoulders off the floor into a crunch position, and just going back into those taps. You can always keep it down if you'd prefer. Remember, it's your workout, your practice. Do what makes your body feel the best. We have 4 more here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hugging those knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze and rock side to side if that feels good. Keeping on to your right leg, extending that left leg. We're going into our double bent knee stretch. So lifting your shoulders off the floor, pointing both your toes. Lift the left leg, hovering it above. Pulse in for 2 and switch. Pulsing, then switch. Swapping legs each time, trying to keep those shoulder blades off the ground and not crunching your chin to your neck. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down, hugging that in, extending the right leg, hugging your left leg in, coming back up. We're going to continue, so hover this leg and switch. But this time, you can go into bicycle crunches, releasing those legs and bringing the elbows to the knees. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hugging those legs in. Dropping the left leg, extending the right leg to the ceiling. Grabbing your shin or your ankle and just giving that nice stretch. Pulling the leg to your body. Straightening the left leg, hovering it above. Getting your straight leg switches, so pulling in for 2 and switching. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering that right leg, pulling the left leg in, and getting a nice stretch through the back of that left leg. And straightening your right leg, hovering it over the ground, pulling in and switching. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those both legs in. A nice squeeze and setting your heels down on the mat to touch your fingertips. Going into glute bridges. So tucking the pelvic floor under, drawing the navel to spine, slowly articulating the spine one vertebrae at a time, up to the ceiling, and down one vertebrae at a time. So nice and slow and controlled, trying to keep that tension in the glutes the whole time. Engaging that core. Really raising your hips as high as you can. Towards the ceiling. You're going to bring them back, palms facing forward, and push them forward. And as you're pushing them forward, imagining you're compressing the air, pretending that there's a force that you're pushing down. Just imagining you're moving the air as hard as you can, creating that force. And squeezing those glutes and getting them as high as you can. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering those arms, but keeping those glutes raised. We're going into alternating leg lifts. So we're lifting the right leg, dropping it down, and then lift the left leg, dropping it down. Trying to keep your hips from swaying back and forth by really engaging that core. Breathing through it. We have 8 more. Trying to keep those hips as high as you can and level with each other as you lift your legs. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping those hips raised, raising your arms to the ceiling, and we're just pulsing it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeezing at the top, slowly lowering one vertebrae at a time. You can draw those legs in. Feel a nice stretch. Keeping your legs in tabletop now. Your arms extended by your side. We're just going to raise the shoulders off the floor as you extend your legs forward, and then close your legs and drop back down. So extending, spread your knees apart, closing down, almost like a frog position. So squeeze the thighs together, open as you come forward. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping them here, flexing your feet, opening up your knees, and you're gonna push to 45-degree angle and bring them back in. So extending, wrapping those inner thighs, and then back in. Exhaling, extend. Inhale, drawing those back in. Feeling that in our thighs and our lower abs. And extend. And we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those legs straight up, pointing the toes, and going into crisscross. Your legs, you can lower and raise them. You can just keep them raised. Whatever is most challenging for you. But just tiny movements. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop this down, hugging it in, extending both legs, both arms overhead. Just taking a deep breath here, letting that body breathe. And we're gonna come over onto our right side. So just coming down, you can use your hand to support your head or lay it out straight, drawing your knees in, bent position in front of you. We're just gonna start with clam shells with our left leg. So bringing it up and down. Getting work in our outer thighs. Raising it as high as you can. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it up. You can either have your hand on the mat for more support or on your hips. We're going to, from here, we're just extending forward, back down, lower it, up, and extend. So going through that clamshell, extending above the height of your hip. circles forward, and then 8 in reverse, starting forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, reversing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping it extending, bring it in forward, flexing your foot, and then pointing, bring it back in line with your body. So flexing, bringing it forward, pointing, bringing it back. And we have 4 more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping it here, raising your left arm to the ceiling, doing tiny pulses here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping, keeping it raised, extending the bottom leg, putting your arm down on the mat. We're just raising the right leg to meet the left leg. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lowering both legs, switching sides. So coming on to our left side now. Keeping those legs bent, we're starting with our clam shells with our right leg, so lifting the right leg and lowering. We have 4 more. Last one, holding it up, we're going to extend back to clamshell, lower down, raise, extend, and back down. Feeling that in our outer thighs and glutes. We have 4 more. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it extended. We're doing little circles forward and then little circles backwards. Starting a forward circle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reversing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it here. We're pointing it forward and flexing back. Drawing it forward and flexing back in line. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keeping it raised, raising our right arm to the ceiling. Tiny pulses here. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping it raised here, extending the lower leg. We're raising that to the ceiling. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lowering down both legs. Coming up into tabletop position. Coming into child's pose. Giving those hips a nice stretch. And then back into tabletop. From here, we're going to start working our arms. So we're gonna stay in tabletop, and I want you to just lower down your arms, bending your triceps in and coming back up. So lowering down and back up. Just focusing on drawing those arms in. From here, you can lower down, press forward, and then push back up to tabletop. Or you can just keep up and down. So you go down, out, up, almost creating a little circle with your body. Really feeling it in our triceps. Finishing up with this last one. We're going into like an alternating tabletop to plank. So starting, extend your right leg, left leg, dropping right leg, then the left. Then extend the left leg, the right leg, drop the left, then the right. So we have right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, holding it here. We're just pushing back into down dog and then forward into our plank. Into down dog, into our plank, down dog, plank, down dog, to plank, holding our plank here. Breathing through it, using our core and our legs to keep our body nice and straight. Looking forward to the top of your mat. And we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping those knees and coming into child's pose. Coming up and coming towards the center of our mat. You can either sit in whatever position is most comfortable for you. We're going to extend our arms to the side and do little circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding them here. We're just going to raise them up and lower. Raising them lower. Raising and lowering them. Working our shoulders. Creating nice long limbs. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding them out, turning your palms to the ground, putting a slight bend in your elbows and pushing them forward and back. On the way back, squeezing those shoulder blades together and then extending. So squeezing those shoulders, extending forward. We have 8, just holding it here for 30 seconds. Feeling a nice burn in our shoulders. And we have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering those shoulders down, rolling them out a little bit. So coming down to seated position, bring your right leg bent forward, bending your left leg behind you. We're just going to go into some stretches. So taking your left arm, planting it down, raising that right arm to the ceiling, and bending over the left side of your body. Inhaling, putting that right arm down, and bringing that left arm over your body. Bringing it up, coming over to the left side, getting a nice stretch through our obliques. Coming over. Coming to center. Swapping legs. Putting that left leg in front and the right leg behind. Planting that right arm down and bending over the right side of your body. Bring the left arm over and your right arm over your body. Bring it back over to the right side. And to the left side. Coming to center, bring both legs in the front and a butterfly position and folding it forward. You can use your elbows to open your hips even more. Getting a nice stretch through those hips. Trying to get as low as you can with each breath. Then coming up, putting those hands on your knees, we're stretching out our neck. So just bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And holding it here. Bring it to center and then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Coming to center, we're going to do slow neck circles, starting to the right side. Going nice and slow, pausing at any spots that feel a little extra tight today and allowing them to release. Coming to center, now going to the left side. Nice and slow. Just allowing all your muscles to relax. Coming to center, rolling your shoulders out, grabbing your right arm, pulling it gently across your body. And releasing it. it, grabbing your left arm and pulling that across your body. Then bring your right elbow up and over, getting a nice stretch through our triceps. And switching arms, bring that left arm over. Bring both arms down, rolling it out. Coming onto all fours, tucking those toes, going into downward facing dog, pedaling it out here. And drawing in that right leg and bringing it in between your arms. Letting those hips sink towards the ground, allowing them to open, and getting a really nice stretch here. If you want, toe heeling your foot to the edge of the mat, bring that right arm in and letting that hip open up a little bit. Closing that, bringing your foot back in front, lowering that left leg, sink even further. If you want, you can take your right arm and grab your left ankle, get a nice stretch through the front of our left leg. Releasing that, extending your right leg and letting your body fall forward over it. Feel a nice stretch through the back of that right leg. Bending it, taking it forward, going into Pigeon Pose, allowing those hips to open. Fold over, bring your elbows down to the mat, and just letting your body relax. Coming up, tucking that left toe behind you, pushing up, and extend that right leg back into down dog. Shaking out, and then bringing that left leg forward into our lunge position. You can toe heel it to the side of your mat, allowing that hip to splay open, just getting a deeper stretch. Bringing it back, dropping that right knee to the mat, and just allowing those hips to sink even deeper. left arm if you would like, grabbing the right ankle, feeling a nice stretch through the right front leg. Slowly lowering that and extending your left leg, folding over it. Taking deep breaths here. And slowly bending that left leg, coming in to pigeon. Taking nice big deep breaths here. Folding it over if you would like to get an even deeper stretch in that left hip. Coming to center, bending those knees forward. You can shake them out a little bit. We're going to bend our right leg in between our left, taking that left leg over the right, trying to make sure our weight is evenly distributed on our hips. We're going to take our left arm and place it behind our back. Inhale as we raise our right arm to the ceiling, exhaling, putting it on our left knee and twisting. So inhaling, straightening that back, exhale, twisting deeper into that spinal stretch. Trying to push your arm against your leg. Inhaling as you straighten, exhaling as you twist. Trying to keep that neck nice and neutral. And swapping sides, you can shake out those legs, bending the left knee, taking the right leg over, readjusting on your hips, taking that right arm behind your back. Inhale, straightening your left arm to the ceiling, and exhale, putting it behind your knee and twisting. Inhaling, straightening your back, exhaling, and twisting. Out one last time and coming down onto our backs. Extending both our legs, your arms, taking a deep breath here, just letting your body be nice and long. We're going to bring that right knee into our chest, giving it a nice hug. And then taking it in our right arm, we're just going to let that hip splay open. Take a few breaths here. Bringing it to center, taking it in our left arm. Extending that right arm to the side. Trying to get that shoulder to stay on the ground while getting your leg as far over to the left side as you can. Coming to center, giving it one last squeeze, taking your edge of your foot in your left arm and putting that edge on your left hip, allowing that knee to fall open. Getting a nice stretch. Then slowly releasing your right leg, drift down your left, feeling how it feels a little bit longer than your left leg. Bring that left leg in, giving that leg a nice squeeze. Taking it in our left hand, letting the hips sway open. And bring to center, taking it your right hand, extending your left arm to the side, and bringing that left leg over the right side of your body. Again, trying not to compromise your left shoulder being down for getting your right knee to the ground. Your left knee to the ground. Coming to center, getting one last squeeze, taking the left edge of your foot, putting it in your right hip, and letting your left knee open. And slowly letting go, letting it travel down your right leg. Feeling both legs feel a little bit longer than when we started. Bring both knees in, giving yourself a nice hug. Bring them down, letting those hips splay open, and just pushing ever so gently with your hands into those hips, creating space between your spine. And then releasing and pushing again. Bring your knees together, bring them in, and extending, going into Savasana, allowing your body to relax into the mat, your palms facing the ceiling, and just letting your mind relax, thinking about all the hard work we put in today, and letting go of any stressors you're experiencing. Closing those eyes down. Just breathing here. To the right side of your body, pushing yourself up into a seated position. I just want to thank you all so much for coming to this class today. It means a lot, and I hope that you guys had a really great workout and you join me next time. Thank you.